When you arrive on scene and you find a bystander doing CPR, it is important to take over CPR from them. But first, you want to do an initial assessment. So go ahead and have the family member or whoever is doing the CPR step aside. You want to make sure you check and see if they are awake, if they're conscious. If they are unconscious, check for a pulse. As you're checking for a pulse, scan the patient for breathing. If you have no pulse within the first 5 to 10 seconds and no breathing to go with it, go ahead and start CPR. You want to do a depth of about 2 inches and compression rate of about 100 per minute. Hello, ma'am. Can you tell me what happened?
I don't know. I came in and I found them slumped over, so I called 911 and they told me to put them on the floor and do hands-only CPR.
Okay, you're doing CPR really well. Let's go ahead and have you step back, though. I'm going to assess them. Sir, are you okay? I'm going to do an initial assessment. You want to check for response. Hi, how you doing? No response. Go ahead and check for a pulse for no more than 10 seconds. After about 5 seconds, while scanning the airway, say, okay, go ahead and start CPR. So assign good team roles so that your partners know that they're going to start either on compressions, airway, or the AED. Make sure when you assign the roles to your teammates that they know what they're doing, that they're experienced in those. Make sure that they know the AED, or that they know the airway, or that they also are good at CPR. I'm going to open the chest as I scan it. He's got no pulse and no breathing. We're going to start CPR.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I'll go ahead and work the airway.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
When you determine the need for an AED, first thing you need to do is open the case, turn the AED on. You need to follow the directions that the machine gives you. That would be placing the pads, plugging the pads in, and waiting for the directions. You're going to make sure you clear to analyze the patient, as we don't want any excess movement. If the machine tells you that you need to shock, then you need to clear the patient from any bystanders or personnel that are doing compressions.
Analyzing
Clear
heart
for
rhythm.
analyze.
Do not touch the patient. Shock advised.
Continue compressions.
Charging.
1, 2,
Shock the patient and continue compressions immediately after shock.
Deliver shock now.
Clear for
Press
shock.
the orange
3,
button now.
2, 1.
Shock delivered.
Continue compressions.
Pause.
When you get to 30, let me
Begin
know.
CPR.